Explosive. Pierre Poilievre uncovers Mark Carney's government in Bombshell report. A new internal government report has sent shockwaves throughout Canada, forecasting a troubling and potentially dystopian future by 2040. This report details alarming predictions of economic collapse, widespread poverty, and a significant decline in social mobility. The ramifications of these findings have prompted Pierre Poilievre, the leader of the Conservative Party, to respond with fierce criticism, particularly regarding the lack of media attention given to such a critical issue. Poilievre asserts that Mark Carney, who now leads the Liberal Party and serves as Prime Minister, should be held accountable for the policies that could lead Canada into this grim scenario. The report paints a stark picture of a future where wealth is increasingly concentrated in the hands of a small elite, leaving the majority of Canadians with little hope of improving their economic situations. The once vibrant Canadian dream of upward mobility is rapidly fading, especially for younger generations. They face immense barriers to achieving a better life than their parents, as access to education, home ownership, and even basic necessities becomes progressively restricted to the wealthy. This creates an alarming divide between the affluent elite and the rest of society, undermining the very foundation of what it means to be Canadian. Moreover, the findings of the report highlight the potential for severe economic inequality, which could lead to heightened social and economic tensions across the country. It warns that higher education, once seen as a gateway to success, may morph into a mechanism for entrenching the power of the elite class. As the housing crisis deepens, home ownership is predicted to slip further out of reach for most Canadians, who will increasingly find themselves renting or struggling to make ends meet. This bleak economic outlook is further complicated by the likelihood of rising mental health challenges, as many individuals grapple with the stress of financial instability. Some may even be forced to resort to hunting and foraging for food in a collapsing economy, a scenario that underscores the urgency of the situation. In response to these dire predictions, Poilievre has emerged as a passionate advocate for change. He questions why such a critical report has not been featured prominently in the news cycle, emphasizing that the current trajectory of Canada is unsustainable. His proposed solutions include cutting taxes, increasing the availability of affordable housing, and fostering economic growth through resource development. Poilievre's vision for the future stands in stark contrast to that of Carney, who has been criticized for his globalist policies and perceived lack of accountability. Despite the report's alarming conclusions, mainstream media outlets have largely ignored its implications. Journalists who attempt to bring attention to the findings often face pushback and intimidation from those aligned with the Liberal government. Poilievre has expressed frustration over this lack of transparency and accountability, arguing that Canadians must reject what he sees as the globalist agenda championed by Carney. He urges voters to take action at the polls to secure a more promising future for the nation. As the election approaches, Poilievre emphasizes the importance of civic engagement in safeguarding future generations from the consequences of ineffective leadership. He implores all Canadians to reflect on the ramifications of their voting choices, reminding them that the decisions made in the coming years will shape the kind of country their children will inherit. The stakes are incredibly high, and Poilievre is rallying citizens to make their voices heard in this pivotal moment. The report serves as a wake-up call for Canadians, underscoring the urgent need for transformative change. It warns of a future where the gap between the wealthy elite and average citizens widens, resulting in a society where economic opportunities are severely limited. If left unaddressed, the report suggests that the fallout could lead to a rise in mental health issues as individuals struggle to navigate an increasingly precarious existence. The prediction that some may resort to extreme measures, such as hunting and foraging for food, illustrates the severity of the economic challenges looming on the horizon. Poilievre's criticisms of Carney are deeply rooted in a belief that the current government's policies are leading Canada down a perilous path. He contends that reliance on globalist frameworks will only exacerbate the inequalities highlighted in the report. By bringing these issues to light, Poilievre aims to galvanize support for the Conservative Party, positioning them as the solution to the systemic problems facing Canadians. In this environment of uncertainty, The upcoming election represents a critical opportunity for voters to choose a path that emphasizes economic stability and social equity. Poilievre's vision includes practical solutions to address the immediate needs of Canadians, rather than abstract policies that may disproportionately benefit the elite. He advocates for cutting unnecessary taxes and investing in infrastructure that will create jobs and stimulate economic growth, providing a tangible path forward. As Canadians prepare to cast their votes, Poilievre's message resonates with those who are disillusioned by the current state of affairs. He emphasizes that this election is about more than just political power. It's about securing a better future for the next generation. The decisions made in the coming weeks will have lasting repercussions, and he urges all citizens to engage actively in the democratic process. In conclusion, the revelations contained within this government report serve as a crucial reminder of the challenges facing Canada. With a potential dystopian future looming, the upcoming election offers a pivotal moment for voters to choose a course that promotes economic growth, social mobility, and a more equitable society. Poilievre's call to action underscores the importance of accountability and transparency in governance. As Canadians weigh their options, they must carefully consider the implications of their choices, ensuring they advocate for a future that aligns with their values and aspirations. The fate of the nation hangs in the balance, and the time for decisive action is now.